Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Brenda. Brenda Giggles is here. TJ, TJ, TJ. 204. Welcome, welcome. Ed Hassick. Hello, hello. It is a bright sunshine out. It's only 27 degrees, though. It's cold. But
Morning, Paul.
good morning. How you doing, Ed?
Good, good. Thanks. And you?
Another day in paradise.
Good morning, everyone on the chat.
Everyone in the chit chat.
And chit chat, chit chat.
I let Mia out. She's out in the bright sunshine, but it's cold. It's 27 degrees. She did eat her breakfast.
You mean boom?
Boom, that's right. Huh. I don't know if I'll ever get that straightened out. Mia is always right here with me, you know.
Yeah.
Here comes Lance.
Morning, guys.
Or Mr. Lance.
What's going on, Lance? You getting ready to go to school or what? I guess.
Yeah, you guys are still garbled.
So are you off to school?
Off to school. Just left the homestead. So
Well, that's a good thing.
I may stop. I don't know. It's kind of cloudy. The ground is wet, but it's not raining currently. I don't know
That's
where
right,
I'll
Brenda.
stop.
Mia is in my heart and my soul.
Morning, Brenda. Who do you have in here, Paul? I can't see her.
Brenda's here. Jim
Morning, Jim.
Giggles is here. TJ.
Giggles.
Yep. And 204W.
Okay.
Uh,
204.
and Ed Hassick.
And is Ed in with us? I can't tell.
No, he's not.
I'm in here.
These are all people in the chat.
Okay. Who's in with you and me?
Just Ed.
Okay, Ed. Yeah. I can't see as I'm driving. I can't see. I only see a big big blue shirt and gray hair and a television.
Be right back. I gotta pitch.
So Ed, how are you doing?
I gotta pitch some.
Very good, thanks. And you, sir?
Good, good. You now are you retired or you working?
No, I work.
What do you do?
I do construction.
Okay, very good.
I work with
And
concrete.
Concrete, mostly residential or commercial?
Everything.
Okay. Self-employed or do you work for somebody?
I work for somebody.
That's nice. You don't have to worry about pulling everything together.
No,
They just point you in a direction.
that's right. They just tell me be here for this time, and I'll
There you go.
take care of the rest.
And where about in Canada do you live?
I live in Winnipeg.
Okay. And I do not know my Canadian geography very well. Are you east of Paul then?
I would say so, right? No,
Yeah, you're not near Newfoundland, are you?
no, I'm on the other side.
Yeah, he's on the west side.
West side, yeah, west. I'm close to like Edmonton, Alberta.
Okay, so if you were to go straight down into the United States, what big city would you hit?
If I was to go to the United States from my place, I would hit south, hit 75 and go to Emerson.
So what state are you above? I guess
What state would it be, Ed?
That would be Fargo, I guess.
Okay, so Dakotas. Okay,
Dakota,
so you
yeah.
are west of Paul.
Yes, and he's east of you, because
Yes,
he's in Seattle, Ed.
way east of me.
Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, I wish I knew my Canadian geography better. I just know Vancouver.
Oh,
Well, all
nice.
you got to remember when you talk about Canada, huge, big.
But if I was to go to Paul's, let's say if I was to go to Ontario, I would go east on number 1.
Yep.
And you're close to Ontario, Paul. Is that correct? I mean, of the major cities.
Yeah, I'm right on the border, Port Huron and Sarnia, Ontario. That's where the International Blue Water Bridge is, one of the major crossings between the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah, that's where all those trucks come in with all
Yep.
the drugs
Yep.
through that bridge.
Yep. Oh, TJ's eating his cereal. All right.
So am I, TJ. Look,
Yep.
I'm having my cornflakes.
He's eating Cheerios this morning. Out of a great big bucket, he just eats a bucket full of it. TJ for breakfast, he uses a whole box of whatever it is, like a whole carton of Cheerios, just pours it in there and just then puts a gallon of milk on top of it. He's a growing boy.
TJ, what kind of milk do you drink? Is it a Homo? 2%? 1%?
I think he drinks whatever the wife gets him, but I think she might, whatever's on sale, whole or 2%. I don't know.
Boy, that's all I drank as a kid was whole milk. I could not gag whole milk down if I had to today.
Yeah.
That is so thick for me anyway. It's just that.
Well, I think when we were all growing up back in the day, There was no such thing as 2% or whatever. It was whole milk.
No.
Whole milk.
Mhm.
In fact, the local dairy here, which was called London's Dairy, used to have guys that came around driving trucks and they made delivery of all your either ice cream or dairy products right out of the truck. Like it looked like almost like a mail truck, you know, with the door on the side and everything.
Oh yeah, we still have. It's called Smith Farms up here, and they still deliver. We don't. I've
Yeah.
never had milk delivered, but my wife did when she was a kid.
Yeah.
In fact, the milkman would come inside the house, check the fridge, drop off what he thought they needed, and then
Yep.
leave.
Yep.
You didn't have to lock doors back then.
No. Nowadays, it's like you got to go out in your front yard, you almost got to carry a gun.
When we were younger, back when we used to drink milk right out of the cow,
Yep.
grab the
Oh,
teats
yeah.
and just squeeze it.
Jim uses 2% milk. He says it's good for you.
I probably haven't had milk in 6 months, probably.
I
Milk is
don't
milk.
have any milk here either. Usually I used to keep like a half gallon or a quart of milk in the refrigerator because when I would make mashed potatoes, you know, I have the Ore-Ida, you know, you put them in heat and put boiling water in them and stir it up, and then you put a little bit of milk and butter in it, you know, and stir it up.
Yep.
But I haven't done that in years. The only time I get mashed potatoes is if I order a meal from like Tim Hortons or something like that. I get a meal, but or if I go up to KFC and I get what's called a chicken bowl. It's mashed potatoes with cheese and gravy, and it has chicken nuggets in it. So then I chop up the chicken nuggets and eat the whole chicken bowl. And it comes with a lid on it. You can just put it in the refrigerator and yep, Twin Pines. That's what London's Dairy competition was Twin Pines.
Talking about London's Dairy, sounds like London had a major fire, huh?
Yeah, that airport, eh? That was crazy.
At the airport, yeah.
They said the transformer blew or something like that.
I didn't hear. I just heard that travel is nasty around the world right now because of that.
I think there's something to do with the transformer blew up or something.
Well, you know, that's what happens when we get into the electronic era. Components then blow out, you know.
As we say in Canada, our hydro blew up.
Yeah.
Where's Justin so he can bug me about hydro?
So what's going on, Joel? Anything? Lurking and working, he says. Giggles, you eat potatoes right out of the bag? What?
No, he's talking about his cereal.
Oh, I thought. Oh yeah, you ought to see him. He takes a box of like Cheerios, and it's in a bowl about this big. It's so big when he's eating it, his whole head disappears. Hey, Frank, how's it going? Frank Rizzo is in the chat.
TJ, come in and us your bowl.
Yeah, come on, TJ. Show us how your head disappears in your cereal bowl.
Good morning, Skyfly.
Yep. Giggle says hello to Jody, which is also Frank Rizzo. Jody. It depends upon whether he's in his work truck or whether he's which application he's using when he comes on.
How's the weather there, Paul?
Well, it's bright and sunny, not a cloud in the sky, 27 degrees.
Nice.
Well, yesterday it was like 60 degrees, so now it's like 27 degrees. So
Yeah, we went from +7 from yesterday to -9 with the wind chill -18 this
Yep.
morning.
cold, cold, cold.
Yeah, and the wind is strong.
I'll be right back. I got to go check on Boone.
Okay. Nice, Frank. Nice. Mr. Lance, are you going to try fly this morning?
You know, I don't know. I'm feeling, you know, I don't know that I want the energy to get everything out and launch, but as I get closer to downtown, I'll figure it out. And it's kind of, my windshield is just a little bit moist. So we'll see. I've got a little bit of sprinkle on my windshield. But I don't have too many more mornings where it's going to be dark and I can get some really nice night shots. So I'll probably stop. I don't have a class until 9:30 and it's only 6:30. I've got 3 hours. If I stop it.
Did you bring your drone with you?
Oh, I always bring my drone with me.
Okay. Hey, how are the kids doing with the Neo?
Good. We haven't flown it for a while, for
Yeah.
about a week. But yeah, they like it. It's you know, I had it.
Did any of them go out and buy their own drone because of the Neo?
No, but I did have a teacher go buy one.
Oh, yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I remember you said something about you showed it to a teacher and they were amazed.
Yeah. I went
Morning,
around.
Mark.
Next time my principal walks in the hall, I'm going to pull it out and say, "Come on over here." She'll like that, but I don't see her often enough to.
Hey, Mark, good morning.
Hi, Paul. Ed,
Morning.
Lance.
Morning, Mark.
Yeah, it's cold out. I kind of checked to see if on marine traffic, if there's anything going on. There's not anything. A tanker left South Sarnia, headed down. It's almost into Lake St. Clair, and then it'll go Detroit River and down. Where's it headed? It's headed to Detroit. Okay. Yes, Boone, we can hear you. Hey, Boone, what's with all the squeaking noise?
Has he chased all the squirrels out of the yard? Do they
Oh,
not come
yeah,
out now?
he's always on patrol looking for squirrels.
They're going to stop. They're going to stop hanging out back there, I would imagine.
Yeah, I do. I would imagine as well.
Okay, it's raining now. I don't think I'm going to stop.
No stoppy, huh?
I don't think so. It's
Now, what do you do? Go through the drive-through or what?
go through the drive-through for what?
For food.
Oh, when I do, yeah, the drive-through.
Yeah, because sometimes you get breakfast in the morning, don't you?
Yeah,
You were talking about stopping and flying. Is that what you were thinking?
yeah. I was going to
What's
stop and fly, but
what's the temperature there, Lance?
46.
Oh, that's not bad. A little rainy and windy, are you?
It's not windy. Let's see. Where's that flag? A little wind, not a lot. I would say maybe 10 miles an hour.
Oh, Lance is here. Let me go. I didn't know I was here.
Good morning, Mr. Joe.
Morning, guys.
How you
Morning,
doing,
Jeff.
So I
Joe?
get up and run to do blood work. Remember I told y'all essential
Yeah.
right after I left, right? I get there, they said, you don't have any blood work. I said, call them up. Called them up and they said, you don't have any blood work? I said, I got it. I showed it to them. They said, no, we don't need it. Then she says, but you have to make your appointment. I said, okay, are you new here? I said, I have an appointment on 31st. Oh, yeah, you do. So I got blood work somewhere. That's all
Wow.
right. I'm gonna wait till I get to Dr. Long. I got some fuel to hit him back now.
What do you think whoever you were talking to is new?
No, I got a feeling they put blood work in for somebody and put it on my name.
Oh, okay.
But it was, I know what it was with the A1C blood work. And he's going to want that anyway. So I fasted, did all the stuff I'm supposed to do. Didn't drink a glass of wine last night, nothing.
So you got the hard copy of the test?
No, it's on my chart.
Oh, okay.
All digital, you know. So that's all right, no big deal. My son officially is not a cop right now.
Oh, so he did resign.
He resigned yesterday and he's applications in at Slidell. He's got to go Monday for the physical. He said something else he's got to do Monday. Got two things to do Monday. He's got a packet he's got to put in. He said the problem is, he said the woman in HR said it could take up to 6 months.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, for the process. But he's already a cop. That's why I think they're going to rush him through, because Slidell is the police academy, and that's where he got trained at, and he came out #1 in the class. So I told him, you know everybody over there, go talk.
That's right. Face-to-face time, yep.
Get in their faces. He said, that's what I'm going to do. I think he's going to probably be about 2 weeks out of work.
I think he's probably got a good case for forced unfair dismissal.
Well, if he wants to be an asshole. Let me tell you what the problem is. When you do that, you get blackballed everywhere.
Yeah, you get
Blacklisted.
they
Probably.
talk. They talk. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the thing he's worried about. The two chiefs know each other real good.
Well, then
Should
don't
not
apply.
have a deal.
You know they're talking. It's not worth his time.
Yeah,
Well,
but the
he can't really say anything bad about him. All he can say is that he was speeding, but he was going to a call. You know, that's the thing that gets me. I'll put it like this: if he doesn't get hired, I'd go hit the FTO and put in a suit against him. They had one that did that about a year and a half ago. They got fired. They made him resign, and he sued them. And 2 years later they said they had to take him back, and with back pay. He went back one day, got his back pay, and left.
Yeah.
So, and the best like he says, all good things happen. You know, sometimes it's a reason why. Yeah, one of the things, if you get this job at Slidell, it's a little more work than he's used to doing. It's a whole new territory, but they're getting $7 more an hour than he was making. So
Mhm.
we'll see.
Well,
But
when Brenda said she's a little bit chilly there, Brenda, what do you call chilly in Florida?
yeah, anything under 60,
Yeah.
anything under 70.
Good morning, Lake Casiato.
L.A. Seattle.
Lisa.
That's Lisa, right?
Like I said, I apologize. I don't know everybody's names.
Well, my old man brain, half the time I can't remember half the people too. So
Mr. Joe hasn't sent me the list with everybody's name yet.
I don't have one typed out.
Dominic's the one that's got the list.
yeah, Dominic's pretty good. Yep.
My list's in my head.
The adventures await, right?
What are you, Peter Pan?
Well, I go to the bathroom enough. I should be Peter Pan.
Back in the gutter.
Yeah.
Justin needs to wake up.
Who has his phone number? Give him a call.
No,
Get up.
I ain't poking no bear.
So even though he resigned, has he got a work notice?
No, he gets all his vacation time, all his sick pay, all the things. He said it's about a month and a half's worth of pay.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, I said, so you got a month and a half to find something because you're not borrowing from me. I said, because now you're a credit risk.
Oh, come on, Daddy.
Well, hell no. I
Well,
said, the
that's-
last thing you borrowed from me, you were 2 weeks late in paying it.
Well, yeah, but your kid's been that way, Your daughter, your son.
No, my daughter's the only one like that.
Oh, okay.
The other ones usually pay me on time, and he's starting to get, he owes me as much as she does right now.
Oh, wow.
How old are your kids?
Too old to be born from me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
They
but
just have a
sometimes,
nice dad.
Nice daddy. Nice
There
daddy.
you go. There you go.
but sometimes they fall in a hard situation, you know.
Well, his daughter's living with a bum, right?
And two bums, the ex-wife too.
Ah,
You know, once a dad, always a dad, though, Joe. You're right.
That's
they're,
right.
You know,
they're family. Family is family.
No, I'm thinking of everything I didn't pay back my mom and dad. I'm lending out right now. That's what I'm figuring.
Yeah.
Oh, did I hear Justin?
No, that
No.
was Joe coughing.
A cough.
Okay. I was about to leave.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, because
That'll get him up.
he's not home. Well, he didn't do school today, so who knows?
Today's his last day off.
Yeah,
He
maybe
goes back
maybe Laura yanked his chain.
Yeah.
So Laura's on vacation. That's what he said.
Yeah,
If he's telling the truth
she's gone away with her mum and dad.
with her mom.
Hmm.
Oh. I finished that MLS video.
I watched the one this morning. I thought it was going to be the windy one, but you haven't
No,
posted
that's
that yet?
tomorrow.
Okay.
That's coming out tomorrow. This is that property video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched that one of you flying down the river. I didn't see you come anywhere near a pole.
You almost hit that pole. I was going to
That's the
comment
one.
on that.
That's the one that came out today.
Yeah. I thought, oh no.
Not
Oh,
seen
no,
that
he's gonna
today.
hit
Saw
it.
it yesterday.
And then you went back to fly near it again. I thought, okay, he's asking for trouble now.
No, I knew where it was then.
Yeah.
But here's that video right there I did yesterday.
When are you going to post that?
Well, this one's going. The one yesterday comes out tomorrow morning, but the one for the real estate, I'm waiting for. I can't post it until I get the MLS number.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because I can't
just-
see that. I'm driving.
Yeah.
Go back and look at that.
That's a good shot right there.
Yeah, it's gonna get better now. Now, what? These are the shots I like coming up. It's 3 minutes and 18 seconds or something like that.
That's nice.
This next one's the next one. I like the next one.
Did you watch the drone show on Wednesday?
No, I did not. That's a big property.
Tony.
You got up at the top. You got eagles flying around.
Oh yeah, you can see that by way at the back.
Yeah, there was a pair of them, and they kept following my drone. That's the backside next to the house, another pond. And that's the field to the left of the house. The big pond was to the right. That's the big pond again. And you can see houses on the top of, that's how far the road is. And that's the whole shot from the back to the road in the front.
Man, you can
And
make a
then
nice.
that's the front to the road again. But a little bit closer look at it. That's the side house with the side
Can you
pond.
guys hear me?
And then that's the house right there with the side pond.
Am I muted or can you guys hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
Bones.
Sure.
Yeah, Tony took my 8-minute long video of the marina that I did with the Air 2 and cut it down to just about 3 minutes with lots of transitions and just clips of it. And it looks a lot
You
better.
said he edited better than you, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I didn't edit
I'll
it
go
at
back and
all.
look.
I didn't actually edit it at all. I just put the full flight in, and he's edited, made it so that it's more interesting, and I'm going to have to learn to do that.
So it wasn't bad for 31 mile an hour winds. Now 31 mile an hour were about 14 feet off the ground. So I don't know what it was up there. Probably about 50 because it was leaning. But it was not bad for that. And I had 12 minutes worth of video. I condensed to 3 minutes. So I don't think it looked that bad.
But at least he had the takeoff and the landing still in it at either end, which is good because if you see where I land and take off from in my back garden, it's right next to a 55-foot willow tree, and it looks quite imposing when you're coming down next to a tree, like within a couple of feet of it.
No balking. Okay.
But the landing was a return to home landing. The Air 2 and the Air 2S have fantastic landing capabilities. The return to home on them is really good. It landed spot on the landing pad.
I'm having crumpets and jam again.
I don't usually put jam on crumpets. I usually just have loads of butter on it.
I've got butter on it too.
There's not enough butter on it if it doesn't seep right the way down and come out the bottom.
Well, it's doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And you should toast them so that they get to a bit crunchy on the top.
That's been done too.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? It looked like he's in Field of Dreams.
Mhm.
The movie Field of Dreams, like he's coming out the corn stalks.
No, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I need to do the corn things in the back. Look like I'm coming up Field of Dreams. That'd be cool.
Brenda, I'd love to have 50-degree weather. It's 30 degrees here right now.
My favorite movie, Joe.
That's a good movie.
Actually, I think that going through a cornfield, you can't beat that clip in the one that Will Smith was in, where he had some form of killer blade following him through a cornfield. I can't remember what the film was called.
Well, the movie Children of the Corn, right? My mother had two real beautiful porcelain babies, and the faces look like children of the corn.
Wow.
Yeah, my brother used to say, one of these days they're gonna be missing. Because they were sitting outside his room, and when he'd wake up and look, they'd be looking at him. We had an air hockey set where we were playing in the back room, and I'm talking, these were like 12 inches, and they were beautiful porcelain, little fingers, everything. babies, beautiful. And we're playing air hockey, and I slapped it off of his deal. It goes flying past my dad's head, went in between the two porcelain dolls, hit the wall, bounced back between them, and hit my dad. My mother said, "Oh, bullshit." Walked over there and picked them up and moved them. We could have took both out at the same time. Left the mark on the wall,
No kidding.
but she moved them then.
Well, I'm sat outside. It's a bit windy, and it looks like I'm in snow. But it's all cherry blossom coming off my tree. We've got a layer of white cherry blossom on the floor.
Good morning, Mr. Canadian guy. Can't fix stuff.
JDS.
JDS.
Yes, I did
That's
get my
G-
brakes fixed. Yep.
Yeah, he's got a hole in the floor and he sticks his feet down there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of like what's that? The Flintstones.
Flintstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, what he did, he bought him some heavy boots from Duluth Trading Company and put two holes where he could just stick his feet down.
Hey, Mr. Can't fix stuff. Where you? What city are you in?
You know, they say Duluth is the armpit of the United States. I love
Really?
Duluth. Yeah. I thought Duluth was really cool.
They got good clothes. I bought a jacket from them about 10 years ago. It's almost like like an old peacoat type of jacket. The material to fleece.
Yeah.
And I'll put it to you this way. Very seldom I could wear it here. It's good when I'm doing soccer games and it's cold, like in the 30s. I'll sweat. And that's what I use it for. It's got the hood that goes over the top. It separates. It's a separate hood, but you just have your eyes coming through. You know, your mouth and your eyes. So it covers you don't have to worry about the wind hitting your head. But I tell you what, every time I wear that sucker, I have to you don't get layered with that one. You can wear a t-shirt underneath. It's that if you wear more than a t-shirt, it gets kind of really bad.
Nice. I'm
Okay.
on Winnipeg.
He's on the East Coast near Ottawa.
Yeah. I'm in Winnipeg. Not too far.
Lance, what time school start there?
Well, kids start at 8:15. I don't start till 9:15 because that's my plan period, that first hour.
Okay.
And it's
So right
6
there, right now, it's 6:44 a.m., right?
Correct. So I've got 6, 7. I've got 2.5 hours till I see a kid.
Okay.
I'm going to join from my computer, so just so you know, where you get a message. I'm going to hang up on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, Winnipeg. Yeah, that's it.
And then yesterday I get a letter from the LA Department of Health. I thought, oh shit, here we go. Because you remember they took away the Q1 status, but they were paying for my Medicare B. So I said, well, here you go. Now I'm gonna have to start paying for it. I'm qualified again. So they never took it from me because I had a claim in, but it must have somehow in the process they upped this. They don't tell you this shit. So they probably upped the limit. So I'm in the limit. I'm good. Now I'm good by $40. Right? So now I got to call my insurance guy and switch my insurance back to the other one. So I have no copays and I get $120 a month. and free
Nice.
stuff. You know, and you can use it for anything you want. You know what I used to use it for? I paid my electric bill.
You mean your hydro?
No, water's $30.
No. Your hydro?
Oh, I already know. Stop it now. Listen to me.
Right, can't fix stuff. What do we call our electric? Hydro, right?
I'm not mad.
Oh, nice, cool. Well, where was he at Cello?
So Cleo is walking. I told him, come here. So she comes up and I'm petting her. Loki walks up to me like wants me to pet him in the front. And he looks at me. So he turns around and he takes his ass and backs into me so I can pet his on top of by his tail. So he backs
Right.
into me like that.
He had an itch back there.
Oh, that's why, like, if he's got the ball in his mouth and you scratch him right on his back, he starts bouncing around. You know?
Right? We call electric hydro here, right?
Yeah.
Those Americanos, they don't call it that. They call it water.
We've perfected the English language.
So we don't use Canadian slang. Is that what you're saying?
Hey,
Yeah. That's how you're supposed to say it. So we don't use swear, eh?
have a good day, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
It's Brenda. Oh, never mind. So have a good day. Now, I didn't read Lisa on the end of Brenda's. I have selected reading.
Mhm.
Later, Lisa.
The hell was that film called?
Okay, so they were right at the airport here. Okay, cool.
There's Lance. Lance, can you see the computer?
Yep.
I'll give you a preview. Hold on. I'll give you all a little sneak preview
Okay.
of the one coming out tomorrow.
Oh, that's not fair. We want to see.
Well, I'm gonna show you. I'll put it on. I'll do it from the middle.
He can't fix stuff. What's your name? What's his name, guys?
John, I think.
John? Okay.
John, yep.
His old channel was called JDS.
And he works on cars. He's a mechanic.
But if you look at the
Is it?
video is rock steady. If you look
No,
at the
he's
little
talking about
block in
his
the bottom,
son-in-law.
you can see the angles of the drones flying in. How it's getting bounced around.
Yep.
And how I'm going 18 miles an hour, turn into the wind, and it drops to 12.
I give you FPV pilots a lot of credit because
Check
I
out this
could
angle.
only watch about 2 or 3 minutes of that kind of stuff,
How you like that angle?
and I'd be throwing up all over the place.
Well, it got me a little bit. It went to auto return to home and coming back. Watch this angle it goes in. That's with the wind blowing.
Wow.
How far
Best
are you
drone
off the
ever.
ground?
The Neo would have handled perfectly.
Yep, there you go.
That Neo would have been rolling like a tumbleweed.
I don't know. Lance says that everything that you say is not necessarily factual.
And he also lives up there, Seattle. Yeah.
You've heard of the song by Jim Croce, Big Jim. Well, the Neo spits into the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Just
Spit on a
fly.
Neo and it's on the ground.
You just fly with it, right? Right, Lance?
Sunstar, was she chasing squirrels too in the backyard?
Yeah.
You know, I have a feeling it's that one. Was it Wild Wild West?
It might have been.
Where he got chased through a cornfield by this like boomerang thing.
I think you're right. I think it was it.
Chopped
I
their
remember
heads
that
off.
now.
Yeah.
Well, we have hardly any wind today, so I might fly the Neo. I've got a trace on my package. I am so mad. I've got, like I said, it's only a $50 order. And I know the lab will replace it if it doesn't show up here. But it's the team pictures I need to put the packages together. And it's not tracking at all. Last thing it says, Dallas, and it says moving through the network. So it might pop in today, might pop in tomorrow, I said, find the damn thing. That's the next thing Musk needs to do. They need to get rid of the U.S. Postal Service and privatize it. Quit printing different stamps for every time somebody farts. That'll save you money right there. This year is the Marine Corps' 250th birthday, right? So they got all these commemoratives coming out, all kind of stuff for it. And I'm trying to think of something for my son to get him something, but I don't want to spend an arm and a leg. He don't smoke, but I think the thing I saw that I like the most is a Zippo lighter with the I'll show it to you. I like this the most. And he don't smoke, but it's good to have in your pocket if you go camping, and you could use it.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Well, I think that's pretty cool. I think he'd appreciate that because it gives you fire, and it's not that big. But it's through the Bradford Exchange, so I don't even want to know the price. That sucker got to be $100.
Which one of those dudes was misidentified?
No, they're all identified as Marines.
Yep, but one of them was they had to make
On the original photo.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
had to
one
make
was
it
Navy.
like 50 years later or something.
Yeah, one of them was actually Navy.
Oh,
He was a
yeah,
corpsman.
yeah, you're right. That's what made the picture.
Yeah, but did you hear what happened? Right? They put it up. They put it up, and they turned around and they said, "We need a photo op. Let's do it again." So they went and did it again and took a photo op.
Oh, okay.
It was reenacted. The one you see is reenacted.
Have you seen that statue in real life?
Yes, sir.
So if you walk around it, it appears they're raising it. It's pretty cool. So if you completely do a circle all the way around the statue, it looks like they're actually the flag actually goes up. It's pretty cool.
I saw it in the snow. It was snowing when I went up there.
Okay, yeah, I saw it with 90 middle school kids. I took 90 middle school kids back in the mid-90s.
That was a long field trip.
That was a long field trip. Did that 3 times. Never an incident, which was nice. Middle school kids, you never know.
Okay, I won't say how much this thing is. I said $100, right? Oh, it's cheap. It's $39. Oh, never mind. It's each issue. The hell with that?
Mavic, have you put the Mavic 4 in your cart yet?
Nobody's supposed to know I got it. Now, he said $39, I'd buy one and give it to him. But then every month you're gonna get another. It's probably got about 12 or 13 of these. They usually do like sets of 12 and they give you a case, put them in.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't need to know that. Just get him the one, you know?
No, but they bill me for them. They have a fit when you cancel.
You can't buy just one at a time?
No.
Oh, wow.
You gotta sign up to buy 12.
That's a hustle.
Yeah, if you cancel a credit card or change the credit card billing, they'll send you a bill for the next one. And if you don't, they give you a hard time. They want you to buy them all. It's part of the deal. I think there's a deal in there too. If you cancel on them, the first one is like you got like $100 charge on it. They will bill you. So it's like a penalty to cancel. That's the collectors buy them from. They don't care. This guy, Fernando Bustalas, says, I just ordered a Neo Window controller for my first drone. Wish me luck. Well, you already got bad luck. You ordered the Neo.
What are you talking about?
Poor guy.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
Hey, Lance, what do you tell Fernando?
You have the best drone ever.
Yeah.
It's the the cheapest drone you can have the most fun with.
Yep. And it's probably the most sturdy drone because Joe has crashed it almost into everything there is imaginable.
I've hit a couple of walls with it. I named it finally, and I went and did some lettering on each side. It's called Little Shit.
Little shit. And on the controller, he put big shit, you know?
A little piece of shit. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's like when I lost my Mavic 3 the first day. First day I flew it. I didn't hear it go over I'm looking down at the thing and I'm looking up and I see it coming. And I look down at the controller. My son calls me. And instead of stopping the drone, I'm flying it, right? And I look over and I'm on my phone. I said, hold on a minute. I'm flying my drone. I go, where is it? Where is it? You know? And there was trees there. So I'm looking for it. And my controller, and this is when the controller, when it first came out, they had a controller issue. When you were screen recording, it would glitch up. And I was screen recording, it glitched up, and I lost the controller. So I don't know where the drone's at, and the controller's all glitched. So I had to restart it. I said, well, it's coming back to me. I don't care. Because that's what it'll do, you know? So when I get the control back on, I see the drone, I see the tree in front of me, And I said, how's it still on the other side of the tree? So I started bringing it towards me. And it glitches again. I said, you got to be kidding me. And I wasn't screen recording that time. And it was at about 20% battery. So I said, well, let me bring it towards me like that. And I'm bringing it, and I don't see it. So I stopped, turn the controller off, turn the controller back on, and it says landing. And I said, oh, no, you need to come to me. So I'm giving it more power. Can't find it, right? And it lands. It glitched, and then all of a sudden I got the thing in black and white on the ground landed. And I see a sidewalk. I walked in front of me the half a mile about 15 times, looking at all by the sidewalks and everything, couldn't find it. I had sent it about a half a mile the other way. It was by the sidewalk. And when I got up to it, I named it. I said, you little bitch. But that was all pilot. Because when I looked at the card and saw what I did, I said, you got to be kidding me. That's the one thing about the Mini 3 Pro. If you have it higher than about 50 feet and you go over the top of it, you will not hear it.
No, you won't. Mini 4 Pro's the same. You can't hear that either.
Yeah. That's why I like the Mini 3 Pro when I go to shoot stuff and like the Mandeville parade stuff they do in the lakefront. I'll put it in the air and run it right on the edge of the lake. So I'm not over people, but it's zoom. I can zoom enough to where it looks like I'm right there, you know. And nobody pays attention to the drone because they can't hear it. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, they're a nice little drone.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, here. Boom.
You need to leave him alone. He's out there enjoying it. What Boone needs to do is be like Flintstone. Boone needs to come in, push him inside, close the door, and run back out. Or actually push him outside and run in and say, there you go. Now I'll call you, when I'm ready.
Well, that's what the Flintstones is. He kept carrying the dog out, and the dog kept going back
Kept
in.
running back in.
And then it pushed Fred out and locked the door behind him.
Yeah, see, we need to do it the opposite way because he keeps carrying him in. So he needs to push him out, Telling him come in, so he needs to push him out. Lock the door and say, there you go.
Paul should get someone to cut a hole in the door and put a little mat by the door so it goes in and out.
Well, he's got the screen that'll
He's
open
got
up
the screen.
that
He
he can
won't
go
put it
through.
up.
And then he got the screen for the thermal, but he said he doesn't like it because it darkens the room and the dog won't go through it. I get that dog go through it in about 15 minutes. That
Yeah.
screen. Now, the one I've got is one of those little doors. Mine go in and out. I cannot get Loki to go through it at all. He'll go through it if I hold it open, but he's not pushing it, the whole thing. I've done everything. I've even done a piece of steak, and he'll sit there and he won't push it. He wants that piece of steak, but he's not touching that door.
He said,
He's
I
too
am not
scared.
getting, I am not getting accused of breaking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be what it is, And it could be all it is, but you open it and hold it for him, he'll go in and out.
Mhm.
It is.
I bet you if he does
Yeah.
it a couple of times, he'll get used to it.
No, I've had him for 3 years. I can't get him to do it.
No, I'm saying to Paul, like if he puts
Oh,
him
yeah.
going a few times in and out.
Yeah,
I think because he wants to go outside so much. I think that if you go in and out of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and say, come on, walk out there and come back, do it a few times, he'll do it. Show him he can push it,
Well, the thing of it is that once the weather gets warmer and I can put that magnetic storm door up type of thing, He can just
Yeah.
go in and out all he wants. But it's right now, it's only 30 degrees and I can't leave the door
Yeah, but
open.
we're talking about the one you won't put up. You said you don't like it. He'll do that too if he gets used to going in and out of it. So once you put that other one up, when you switch it, if you switch it, he'll probably say, well, this does the same thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess that's one good thing about it, because it just attaches on it by Velcro. You can just leave it there till the weather warms up and then put the thin one back on instead.
What's your weather like, Paul? What's the temperature?
30 degrees.
Well, we're 39, so that's pretty good. They rescheduled that parade, that Irish Channel St. Patrick's Parade, till the 29th. So now I got one Sunday in Metairie. Then I've got the one the 29th in New Orleans. And then I got one the following week in St. Bernard Parish. So I got 3 weeks in a row, 3 parades. Oh, they're starting it early too now. They usually start at 1 o'clock. They're starting at 10 o'clock.
What's starting?
That St. Patrick's Parade on the 29th.
Oh,
That's the one that they canceled last Saturday. They're moving it to the 29th. Yeah. Over 1,100 members coming in just in the St. Patrick's organization that parade in it, Irish Channel. Then you got probably about 100 from New York Fire Department that'll come in. So shoot, if it's that early, I'm going up and I'm gonna go for the block party. Because that means, because usually I'm not out of there till about 3 or 4 o'clock. The block party, I could get out of there for 2 o'clock and be up in the area, and that's where everybody goes. It says local postal service rally over proposed cuts. Well, y'all not doing your job now. If you weren't out there protesting, I get my mail. I'll tell you, they skip days here. I'll say it on an informed delivery. It says, you got 2 pieces of mail coming today, and I won't see it for 2 days. So it's telling me they're not delivering mail.
Well, I did something stupid yesterday. I, after I had that power outage and I was stuck in my reclining chair.
You bought some peanuts.
No, I ordered a in-house survey for putting in a Generac electric generator.
God damn it.
They're gonna come out and take a look and see what they can do and what
Well,
it'll
my
cost
question-
me and whether or not they can finance it.
Well, my question is this. How often do you lose power?
That's only the second time in a couple of years.
I wouldn't put it in.
Yeah, it's a lot of money to spend for something you're not going to use very often.
Yeah, it's $7,000 to $10,000.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly.
Yeah, I would definitely not. If you lost it like every month, I'd do it. Or if you had like where we're at, the only reason people use it down here is because sometimes the storms coming through between hurricanes and that, and they lose power for weeks. Like even my brother, his house where he's at, he doesn't have one. He wanted to get one, and he looked at the cost of it and how much he loses power. And if we have 2 hurricanes, he might lose power for 8 days. He said it's not worth the 8 days. Where I think it'd be good at is like where Donald lives, where you got a whole season of tornadoes coming through and everything else.
Yeah.
Or like on Lloyd,
Yeah, or Florida.
Yeah, lately, I tell you what, if I lived in Apalachicola, Florida, I'd have 2 of them. 'Cause pay attention next year when these things get in the Gulf of Mexico. Watch Apalachicola, Florida, and see how many hurricanes going around it. They have had about 1/3 more going over time, maybe more than that, into that within about 100-mile area of them over the history of hurricanes than any other place. Maybe about 40% more.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a big joke. If it gets in the Gulf, where's it going? Apalachicola. And that thing will turn and be within 100 miles. Now, actually, some within about 50 miles. Let's say it that way. Because it's right in the top of the panhandle. It's a little point. And it's always in that little area. We had 3 last year, right up in there. Apalachicola. I would not buy a used one. A used
not?
one would not. I would not buy a used one. And if it says free, don't believe it.
Yeah.
Let's see what the story is free.
Yeah, it's a scam because the guy's name's Ramy. There ain't nobody named Ramy Bazi.
Well, yeah, that's an Indian name. So
He lives in Bangladesh. He wants you. You got to send your money to Bangladesh, and then he'll send you the generate. Could be a little picture.
Sends a little toy one.
Yeah, it'd be a little toy one like that.
Well,
And
here's like some used ones.
I wouldn't buy a used one.
they're
Because
used
if the
for a
maintenance
reason.
isn't done every year on them, it costs you more to fix them.
Yeah.
You do
But it's
better buying
used-
a new one with all the warranties.
Yeah. If there's a used one, they're getting rid of it for a reason.
Yep. But Paul's not going to listen to us. Doesn't matter what the outside looks like, Paul. It's all the bad parts on the inside.
That looks pretty good.
But buy 3 of them, Paul. You'll have that thing hooked up, turn it on, and that whole side of your house gonna be up in flames.
Well, I don't need one, but I'd like to have one, you know?
Yeah, you don't need one.
Hey, Paul, beside your chair that you sleep in, when the power goes off, do you have
Yeah.
like something? Do you have something beside it where you can hold on to it and stand up?
No. Because when you sleep in the chair, it's got the feet come out like this. Hold your feet off the ground. So there you are in the chair. Okay, I'm sitting in the chair like this. Feet straight out like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And what's holding my feet out is about this wide. It's as wide as the chair.
Well, if all you're worried about is the chair, or what's it? A power station will power your chair for enough to get you out of it.
If you happen to have a power station right next to it and it's plugged
Yeah.
in, and I got the arms are up this high and it's like, you know.
You have a generator though, don't you?
Yeah, but
you
it
still
doesn't
gotta
work.
turn it on.
It doesn't work. Because it's been sitting with gas in it for a couple of years.
You go buy the stuff, you put in the gas and it'll start. They got a chemical you can put in there. It's a little bit bottle, and it refreshes the gas, And after you pump it a few times, you'll start.
Yeah, but the generators is
That's enough.
under the cabinet in my garage office, and it's huge. You have to get it out, flip the handles up, and then try and steer it around. It probably weighs 500, 600 pounds.
Yeah, that's an industrial one.
Joe, which one did you buy? You bought the DJI what?
The 1000. Size of this thing.
I mean, I've got a tiny little one that's only 240 watts, and it's only like just over a foot long and 6 inches tall. And I've run an electric drill off that down at the allotment for half an hour.
Good morning, Christy.
And that was drilling on hammer drill down through concrete flags. In fact, I've even taken that out into the car and put it in the boot of the car, which is where the battery for the car is, and put the car battery charger plugged into it and charged the battery up in the car for a couple of hours.
I found a perfect thing for that 250th anniversary, but they got one thing on it that's screwed up. I won't buy it because this is perfect. I like that the way it's made, and you can get it either way. You can get it like that. You get it like that. I'd get that in the front, but this is what's screwed up. 1, 2, 3. We don't have a fourth. If that were rotated on the bottom like a staff NCO, that's what I was. I'd buy that one in a heartbeat. But that right there messed it up on me. Yeah, $13 if I buy 6, I get 4 free. If I buy 3, I get 2 free. 5 pieces, I get 2 free. And I got 4 of them I could give, 3 of them I could give away. I like that. That's what I like about it. Oh, and I'm OCD. I can't overlook that. All it has to do is go here and go right there on the bottom. And that's it. I'd have been happy. Perfectly happy. They got a lot of stuff. All the stuff they've got.
Oh, I like the bottle.
Yeah, the bottle's nice. I like the wine glass. Oh, maybe I'll give me a wine glass. That's a good. That's a thought. See what they got on here wrong. Oh, that's wrong right there.
The 5-star.
Yeah, that's an army. That's wrong.
That says
That's a-
Bachelor all over it, Joe.
This is what?
Bachelor all over it.
I like that. I want. They don't have space for us. They think I'm not buying that.
You're not going to bring too many misses home serving wine out of that thing.
No, that's for me. It ain't for them.
If
You have
put
to
that
earn it.
put that picture back. One more, please. Joe.
That one.
No, the other one.
That's Air Force, Coast Guard,
One more. I think.
and that
Now,
is Navy.
hold it there. Hold it there for a second, please. That's exactly like the one my grandpa.
Need it
Thank
bigger.
Can you
How's
make
that?
it? Oh, that's even better. Thank you.
Yeah, I like the Marine Corps one. That's kind of nice. Yeah, think about it. I'm gonna have to think about this.
Well, what's to think about? Get it, buddy.
Ooh,
That's
I don't
Spend your
need
money.
it.
Spend your money.
I want it. I don't need it.
Well,
That's ju-
how does that feel on you?
Hey, I do that all the time. If I need it, now if I need it, I buy it. If I don't need it, I don't. I bought the Neo impulsively, and look what it looks. It's my paperweight.
That's just like the anchor my father-in-law had in his arm from the Navy when he was in the boats. PJ, you have a good day at work. Don't work too hard, eh? It's Friday.
DJ.
TJ.
See, and I'm gonna wait till after my son comes in next month because my gut feeling is that he has the exchange right by him, and they probably have these things up there, and he may come give me one. Because when he comes in, he always brings me something like that. And since it's the 250th anniversary, he probably already got it. The best thing he ever gave me, and it means more to me than anything, is a set of dog tags. And he gave it to me for Father's Day a couple years ago. And it says, Happy Father's Day, love Nick. And then on the other one, it says, not the tags you earned before, not the tags you wore before, but you earned these also. Thanks for being a great dad.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. He said, did I choke you up? I said, yep, you did. Because we'd sit here and be watching a movie before he went in the Marine Corps. And he'd be sitting over here and be watching a movie and it'd be something about the Marines or something about, some really historic type thing. And I'd tear up. And he'd say, you old crazy man, like that. He said, I don't get it. I said, you will. Because had already signed up, but he didn't go in. When he was back, we were watching something. I looked over at him and he was tearing up. And I said, what's wrong with you? He goes, shut up. He said, I kind of understand now.
Did you make?
He get you.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. What?
Did you make him go to the Marines, or he did it because he wanted to? If you don't mind me asking.
He did it as a challenge. We were in a recruiter's office, for my daughter. My daughter wanted to go in the Marines. And I tried to talk her out of it. I said, Brittany, you're going to go crying in there the first day and they're going to kick you out. Like that. I said, if you want to join something, you really want to do it, go to the Air Force. I said, you may wind up at the School of Music and you can become a waitress. Like that, because they at the mess hall, the School of Music, the mess hall was run by the Air Force, and the females are basically waitress up there. You know, and I said, and she just laughed at me when I said, trust me. You know, I said, you won't do it. So Nick, we drove her up there to the recruiter. Nick was sitting in there, and the guy said, well, what about you? And I started laughing. And he looked at me and said, what are you laughing for? I said, because I know what you're going to say. He says, no, I'm in school. That's not really what I want to do. I'll get the kinesiology degree. And he says, well, have you thought about graduating and then going in the Marine Corps? He said, you'll go in as an officer. And I sat there because I knew all of that. So I'm just sitting there. And he says, no, I don't really. I've heard the stories my dad told and all of this. And the guy and the other recruiter walked in and he said, your dad was a Marine? I said, I just looked at him. He said, I should have looked at your hair and knew that. Like that. And he walks to the back, comes out and he gives me a hat, Marine Corps hat. I said, you know, I want to tell you something kind of funny. All the years I spent there, I never had a hat that said Marines. Like that. So it was the first time I ever got a hat that said Marines on it. And I put it on, you know. And he's talking to my son, and he says, you can during the summer, you can go up there for 6 weeks, see what it's like. You'll go through actually OCS. You come back, you don't like it, you tell them you don't want to do it. Or you go back the second time, and if you like it, you become an officer. And you'll get commissioned, but you can still get out of it if you don't want it. And it's the truth. That's how they do it. You can get commissioned, come back down and tell them, no, I don't want to do it. But if you get commissioned, the money they spent on you, you own. That's the difference. If it's like $8,000 worth of training, they'll give you an $8,000 bill. You got to agree to it. So if you decide to go to the second half, you can get out in the middle of it. You can tell them, no, I really don't want to do this anymore. Because the first half and the second half is completely different, you know, in training. So Nick says, give me the package. He said, go take the test. He said, you can take the test right now while we're sitting here. So he scored real high on the test. And Brittany actually scored higher than Brittany. And he comes back and he says, well, I'll think about it, but I could almost tell you I'm not going to do it. So he's sitting here one day and he looks over at me and said, what do you think about me going into the program? I said, it's not my choice. I said, I'm not going to tell you to do something. It's up to you. I said, I really never told you that much about the Marine Corps. You just see. I've gone through some things with it, but I never went through a lot of it. So he's sitting here, and about a week later, he says, I think I'm going to sign up for the program, and then I'm going to go to OCS this summer. He said, because I want to see if I could do because he always worked out. He said, I want to see what I could do with the physical side of it. And I said, well, you're in shape. You're in better shape than I was ever going in. I said, I know you'll be fine. I said, you just got to realize the discipline you're going to have and the orders you're going to have to take. And that you're nothing but another piece of meat there. And I said, it's a whole different story because you're going to tell you everything you're going to do. Everything you do, fully regimented. Like that. So they came in and signed the papers. He came in here and actually signed the papers. And he went. And I saw the difference when he left here. He was Nick. When he came back after that first 6 weeks, just seeing him get off the plane the way he was walking, just the walking, you know, was different. Just the appearance was different.
Wow.
You saw it. He had a command presence. You can see that. And he walked in the house, and I woke up the next morning, and all the clothes are folded. The next morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning. I looked over at him and I said, well, bitch. I said, if I knew that would have happened, I'd have made you go a long time ago. Like that. And he said, yeah. He said, you kind of right up. He said, I understand a little bit now. But I could see the whole difference in him. And
Yeah.
everybody, and Brittany said, he's not Nick anymore. I said, he's Nick. He's a different kind of Nick. So he went the second half and got commissioned and came back. And he became a little more the old Nick, but he was now the Marine Nick. And you can see it. You can see the difference in it. And I mean, it was a lot of attention to detail changed. And boy, you can see it now. You could really see the difference now. But he did it the right way. He's making over 100,000 a year as a lieutenant in the Marine Corps. He's getting ready to be a captain in the Marine Corps. And he told me when I talked to him day before yesterday, he said he's actually looking forward to going on his mile. He's looking forward to doing it. It's going to be a ship going to the Mediterranean area. They gave him a little briefing about where they're going. They're not going to be in the middle of all the area. They're going to get close like that. And he's on a ship that's that the helicopters and Osprey and stuff like that are going to be landing on. So it's not an aircraft carrier, it's a smaller one. And I said, yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Y'all gonna have to do that because y'all gonna be a target. And he says, yeah, they already know that, but they're in the middle of a fleet, so they're protected. You know, so they can have an aircraft carrier fleet. They'll be involved, and there'll be about 10 other ships. But he said what he's looking forward to in this is that I'm going to be able to watch the machine work now. I'm going to be in a position to watch it work and understand it more.
Nice.
He said, because I see what we do now. And I see this machine. Now I'm going to see the real machine. I said, yeah, you will.
I mean, the northern edge of the Med is Europe. The southern edge of the Med is North Africa.
Right.
And the eastern end of the Med is the start of the Suez Canal.
Yep. And that's where he don't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be all right. It's because they've had 2 or 3 of them go out since he's been in, and he's talked to everybody that's going on them, and they go over into the war zone area, you can call it. There's a GPS line that if you're on the right side of the line, you're in non-hostile. If you go to the other side, you're in hostile. And if they cross over for 6 hours, you get all the hazard pay, everything. And if you come, because he said they go in and out of it every once in a while. So when they're in that area, they're getting paid like double the money. And then when they come out, they get paid the regular money. And everything he does while he's on that ship is tax-free. That's what he's looking forward to. He said, because he don't know them. He said, they're supposed to leave in August. He said, but the rumors are they're leaving in the May. And they're going to not start counting it till August because they want them out there for 9 months. And Victoria's freaking, that's going to be 9 months maybe. I told Victoria, I said, listen to me. He's going to be fine. Y'all will get to talk to each other. I said, because it's a different kind of Marine Corps. He'll have his phone. He can still call, you know. And he could text her, basically. That's going to be a lot of texting. But I said, but the big thing is, think of how much money he's going to make tax-free. You're coming back to in a job, and what their big plan is, half of the money she makes is all hers. Other half is going into a vacation fund. Like that. And that way, she's got a little nest egg. They got another vacation nest egg. And they've already got a nest egg with the money he makes. Because he's saving over $1,000 a month right now.
Well, yeah, because all of his expenses are paid, right?
No.
No, I'm talking about while he's in the service.
No, he's still got to pay for his house. He's still got to pay for all his bills. But all his expenses where he's at is when he's in a ship. But
yeah.
he's got a house. He's got house payments, car payments, all of that he pays for.
So you have 3 kids, Jordan, right?
Right. Now I can say I've got one in the Marine Corps, one that's a nurse out of work, and one's a police officer out of work. So Actually, the nurse goes back to work Monday. So they can't all get together, I tell you. But you see, that's my fault. Because when I almost died, and I was probably gonna die. And I was getting closer and closer. Everything, like I said, I was bleeding out and they couldn't stop the bleeding. And the closer I got to, it was like a grayish area and it was getting brighter and brighter. And I was feeling all this enormous love and all this stuff. And I started to see outlines of people. And because I had faded out, I had lost so much blood. And I started seeing all these outlines of people and I knew them, but I couldn't identify them. But then all of a sudden I had two that was my grandmother and my grandfather, and I could identify them. I knew they were there. And I could feel all this enormous, like it was all calm and love. That's all I felt. And I said, what about my kids? Like we were getting ready to go through a divorce. And I was awake that fast. Wow. So I'm here until they all get straight so they could keep screwing up, you know?
Mhm.
That's how I feel. I mean, I honestly believe that. When they finally get all on their feet, that's probably when I'm gone. So when one's out of a job, I know I'm good. You know? I think I figured that out. So where's Gitchy at? Is she just AI today, or is she like in Germany or Netherlands or back home?
Oh, no. You never know where in the world she could be.
Being AI, she could be in the back of this camera watching me right now.
Could be.
Oh man, they have the biggest car show this weekend. Do I want to go? But the tickets are so high.
Mhm.
$25 each ticket.
That's not that bad.
For each person. Sure it is. And then by the time you get in there and they buy merchandise and stuff, oh, you better have a big wallet.
Yeah, it's tough. All of those shows get expensive now.
Yeah, that's the LeMay Car Museum up here is at 25 to get in. In fact, I'm editing a video for my kids. You want to see it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to my.
Yeah,
this young guy does a car segment on every one of my on our shows. He just started to do it, and I put a little Winslow, Arizona in there. Let's see here.
So you're standing on the corner?
Share.
There's a couple of cars from you guys from the States.
Probably won't hear the audio.
Imagine seeing this iconic vehicle.
You guys see that?
Rolling through.
No picture.
No, we got the thing you're working on. What is that?
Oh, there it is.
Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah.
That would truly be a.
Oh, that is a nice truck.
Now, who took that? One of your students?
So I took this because I had my. Can you guys see me on the screen? Am I on the screen?
You're not on the screen.
No, you're not on the screen.
So
it's the truck.
Yeah. So my 360 camera I used, and I filmed it. I knew the kid was going to do this, and I had this truck when I was in high school. Not this exact truck, but this is a.
You're that old.
This is a 52 5 window. I had a 55 window. Mine was blue. Well, and I had it painted blue, but
it wasn't new when he had it, Joe.
No.
I thought he went and bought a brand new.
Can you hear the audio?
No.
Okay.
Very quiet, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, I
heard
like that
something
white
original.
one. That 4-door.
Yeah, that's cool.
Destination for anyone visiting Tacoma.
You see, he's telling us that's a museum. That's actually his garage.
That looks like a barn to me, no?
Found destination for the LeMay Car Museum.
We're gonna start calling him Lance J. Leno.
Found destination
Oh, that's a nice
for
car.
automotive enthusiasts and history buffs alike. Founded by Harold LeMay,
Yeah, this is huge.
the largest private car
Yeah.
collectors in the world. The museum
But what's it?
50 vehicles, many of
The
which are
ventriloquist.
So anyway, we're editing this for our segment this coming week. I'm helping the guy out a little bit.
Nice.
Jeff Dunham. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
cars as well.
But I bought a season pass for $60 all year, or it's 25 every time you go in. And my goal is to go at least once a month. And I've already gone January and February. I haven't gone March yet. Maybe I'll go this weekend.
Yeah, this car
Yeah,
show
go
only happens
twice in
once a
April.
year.
And I'll probably go in April when I have my week off, because my wife won't have the week off, and I'll have something. I'll drive down during the day, and of course you guys have seen me fly the museum on some of my hypers. But let me put my camera on. So this is what I use to film it. This
Oh,
is a
okay.
360 camera, and I could
360
extend
camera
it.
on an
I could
extension.
extend it right into the cars if the car windows were open. So I walked around all, the entire place, and so any of the old cars I would stick, in fact, let's see here. Let's go
Nice.
here, window here, share.
The backside.
You guys see this window of all the cars?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see, I stuck it in this window here. Actually, what did he do here? So the kid edited this. I just gave him the footage, and he edited it the way he wanted it. Now we're putting it into Premiere. But you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you. And then again, this one here. Tell me if you see this.
Yeah.
The little guy.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I like to go to the car show. They have a Banner Ford down the street. They do one once a year.
Yeah.
And I go out there sometimes and do pictures. And I tell you what, they grill hamburgers and hot dogs and everything for people when they come out.
Yeah.
And the last time I went there, I went and got a hamburger, and it was the best hamburger I have ever eaten in my life. And I said, where the hell do you get this meat from? Because I know 3 of the guys that work there. And it was from Sam's. It just, the flavor was, I don't know what they did to it.
Huh.
But I bought stuff from Sam's, it just didn't taste the same.
Yeah.
It might have been I was really hungry that day, and it was barbecued on a grill, Might have just been it.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that challenge coin with the eagle saluting. There ain't no way to fix that. If they'd have just left that stripe off, it would have looked like a sergeant,
Yeah, I like that museum.
Well, guys, I'm gonna drop off. Get some stuff.
Okay.
Ed's gonna pack it
Have
in.
a good day. See you on later.
Okay, Ed.
Later.
Have a good one, guys.
Here's my intro. It's kind of corny. Share that. I don't know that I'm going to stick with it, but and the kids won't like it, I don't think. You see that, Hot Rod?
Yep. You said Rod's in the chat? When it's separated, what was that supposed to be? The smoke from the tires leaving?
Yeah, that's the smoke from the tires.
Yeah, that one I didn't like that. It didn't leave right. It's just separated.
Yeah,
It should have dissipated.
yeah. And I'm trying to fade it out, you know, as much as I can right there. But yeah, that's, you know, because
Well,
that's the shot that AI made for me. Not the wheels, but just the car and the smoke. And then I separated anyway.
You need to use the music by Gary Newman and Tubeway Army called Cars.
Gary Newman is called Cars.
Gary Newman.
Yeah, I know Gary. Not personally.
Mm.
Oh yeah. That would be fun. But I might get a copyright strike with using the Winslow, Arizona. I'm only using it for about 10 seconds.
yeah, you might. Well, I've got a short coming out today, and it's a hilly, winding road I was on. I stuck the video on.
Yeah.
And I went through the YouTube music, and I know I'm gonna get a strike on it. It didn't give me a strike yet, but I know it's gonna give me one. The Long and Winding Road by the Beatles.
Well, if they gave it to you on YouTube, it's not going to. But boy, that's hard to believe that YouTube would have that.
It had it.
Yep. Then you're cool. And Beatles, boy, that you get.
Because Beatles are hard to put on anything.
Yeah,
It's only 20 seconds, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
And then I've got another one of another winding road. It's a bigger wind in it. Then I got Every Day is a Winding Road, Sharon Crow.
Yeah.
I got that one. I like that one better because I'm going around. We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
Can you hear Boone?
No.
Nope.
Well, if you do some colour grading on the edit and turn the road yellow, you could play Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
You got a point. That's when you go off road, when you hit the grass with all the yellow flowers. So I get three coins for $34. That's not bad price. That's with shipping, insurance, and they'll be here within a week. I think I'm gonna order them. That way I'll have one for my son. He'll give me an extra one. If I order 5, it'll be like $50. Because I actually I'd have one I'd give to somebody else too. I'd have 2 to give away. It'd leave me with 2.
Okay. Maybe on the way home if it's dry.
Okay, I'm glad I went back and looked. Because it says ABC. They're only showing you one side. So each one I looked at is only one side. So I thought it was the back side. So it must be the same thing on both sides. So that blows that whole idea. Can't believe they're not showing both sides. I ask them a
Hey.
question. There got to be a way.
Maybe it's only got one side. Maybe the other side's plain.
No, they usually put something on both sides. Because I like the one with the Statue of Liberty. I like that bronze look with the American flag. That's in color in the front. But on the back,
You go lay down, lay down. Go lay down, lay down.
what's he doing? Whining?
Yes.
He probably wants to go. He probably wants to go back outside.
Lay down. Jump up, lay down.
He's saying you're being mean, Paul.
Oh, listen to you.
Yeah, all he heard there was up and then down. He said, make your mind up.
Oh, I got the door open. They go in and out all day if they want. There's no way to ask them a question. Yeah, contact us. Okay. I'm gonna ask them the anniversary coin with the eagle on the front. What's on the back?
Well, it's 11 o'clock, Joe. What do you think?
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Lance is already teaching, I would imagine.
No, he's
No,
not.
it's only 8:15 there. He's got another hour.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here, Mark. We'll see you later today.
Uh-huh.
Lance, take care. Joe, have a good day. We'll see you soon. Everybody in the chat,
Later.
thanks for stopping by. Take care. Have a great day.